8 drivers have arrived here to the Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio for the Prelude to the Dream for round number 6 of the Big Evil Designs Dirt Late Model Series. 8 drivers, and only one of them will be able to stand in victory lane there next to the pit boxes, and this will be a frantic race if anything could be taken away from the heats that we saw earlier in the day. These heats were exceptionally exciting. We had Chad Michaels and Jesse Klein in heat number 2 battling photo finish to the line. Mertz got taken out in his heat race. He was leading the entire time, and this is going to be exciting. On pole, Jesse Klein, then Steve Rada, Chad Michaels, Dustin Logston, Corey Spencer, Jeffrey Stanton, Brandon Wengard, and Mertz. Erdman's not here. Alex Gordon is not here. That should be interesting. Pace car is off. The 2 regulars, Klein and Rada, will lead us to the green. Mertz in the back. So the 3 cars that have been here for the 3 races we broadcasted, who knows? Green flag and the Prelude to the Dream is underway. Klein goes into turn 1 leading. Chad Michaels into second immediately. Rada on the outside. Then it's going to be Dustin Logston, who had contact with everything except the wall in heat number 1, going 3 wide with Corey Spencer. To the inside he goes. Klein leads at the end of lap number 1. Contact nearly between him and Michaels. So now battling for the lead. Look at Klein on the outside. It looks like they touched in car number 075 and 2, and that put Logston through to the lead in the 88. Frantic action already, and we're already 2 laps in. Rounding 4, it's Logston. Michaels to the outside, contact with car number 2, contact with 075. That puts them both around. No caution. So the front row guys are in the back of the field. It's Logston, Stanton, Wengard. Caution is out. It looks like that must have caused the caution here on lap number 3, and we slow down. This heat race, the heat races earlier were exceptional. The first one was a bit caution-filled. The second one was clean, and that had a hell of a finish. As earlier on we saw cars dip onto the transition. It's really hard to tell, but you can tell once you're spinning. And Michaels spun and he lost it. Timing and scoring, I think, said he finished in the lead, but he did not. Green flag. Lap number 5 beginning. Mertz gets by for 5th. So the German, who had issues with this track, is in 5th trying to pass Michaels. It's Logston battling with Jeffrey Stanton and Corey Spencer in the 11, the Bass Pro Shops car. Then it's Michaels. Mertz off the wall is Stanton. Around is Spencer. Around is Michaels. Around is Stanton into the wall. Caution's out. So caution is out on lap number 6 for the second time tonight. And I don't think these drivers have gotten into a rhythm yet. Logston, Spencer, Mertz, Rada, Wengard, Klein, Michaels, Stanton. 6 Chevrolets, a Subaru, and a Ford are your manufacturer breakdown. Erdman's not here, so MRT does not have 2 cars. I believe everyone is just a single car today. Logston will lead us down to green on lap number 7. Ending 7, beginning of 8. It's Logston and Spencer. Mertz and Rada, top 4, green flag. Mertz jumps the start, splitting them to the inside. He tries to make it, he can't make anything happen. Michaels nearly smashes into the 81, and riding the wall is Stanton side by side, Spencer and Mertz. Rada behind them. This is allowing Logston to check out in car number 88. Mertz behind Spencer out of turn 4. Rada and Wengard, bounce off the wall. It's 3 wide with Klein, Michaels, and Wengard for a moment. Klein battling with Wengard, and into the wall goes car number 4. But Dustin Logston pulling away side by side. Still Corey Spencer and Mertz in the 81 trying to gain on the ground. Beginning lap number 10. It's Logston, Mertz, and Spencer, your top 3. As around is Stanton, nearly in the 44. Now Michaels battling with Corey Spencer. Michaels, one of the fastest drivers here from Illinois. trying to take the fight side by side. Logston still leads. Maikos to third. Now battling. Rada gets by Spencer for fourth. And now Klein battling him for fifth. So the car number 11, Corey Spencer, not having a good day. 3 wide for a moment. Rada had the run on the outside. Looks like Jesse Klein has an issue in car 075. He backed way out of it, and around is Spencer in the 11. Missing him is Klein, and smashing into him is Brandon Wengard. Caution is out. Mertz isn't too happy with the 88. Earlier on, Dustin Logston got into Rada, got into Corey Spencer, and got into Mertz on the restart. He gave all the spots back. But Mertz, he missed the first 3 races, but he has been put into points contention, so he is battling for this championship. Alex Gordon's not here, points leader, but he will get a provisional. Mertz got provisionals for those 3 races he missed, but he's battling for the championship, and Logston is not. He's here to win this race. And Mertz, you get bonus points in the heats. I believe you get 5 if you win your heat. Mertz didn't get that. He only got 3, I do believe. But that doesn't matter. Lap 14 about to begin. It's Logston, Mertz, Maikos, Rada, Stanton, top 5, green flag. Maikos gets a run. Mertz misses the start. 3 wide. Maikos, Logston, and Mertz, and then Stanton and Rada. Mertz on the outside with Rada behind him. Then now it's Jesse Klein. Side by side, Stanton and Mertz. So now Maikos through to the lead in the 2, rounding 3 and 4. So now it's Maikos, Logston, Stanton, Klein, Rada, Mertz, as Spencer goes underneath car number 81 and pushes him to almost 7th spot. Is Brandon Wengard having issues in car number 4? Flipped it over, he's back going again, no harm, no foul. Beginning lap number 16, Stanton sideways, sliding it in the 44, but he's going okay still, sliding a little bit more than the comfortable level. Battling for the lead, Logston and Maikos, then it's Klein in third. If we had podiums, he would get champagne, but we don't in this series. Logston smashes off the wall. Lap number 17 now beginning. This is a nice battle for the 4th spot. Way on the outside near the cushion is Stanton, and he couldn't make anything happen. Rada from Florida battling Mertz from Indiana, the German, trying for the 4th spot. Maikos from Illinois, trying to take and hold this lead from Dustin Logston and Jesse Klein. Klein won at Fireman's Park after a thrilling finish with him and Alex Gordon. And around, we missed it! Rada and Mertz. Caution is out. So let's take a look here as to what happened on lap number 19, well actually 18, in turns 3 and 4 to bring out this caution. And it was the former Rallycross teammates. Rada spun Mertz and backed it into the fence, did the 81. But it looks like everyone's going again as they're rounding the track. And everyone's back going. It's Maikos, Logston, Klein, Spencer, Rada, top 5, green flag as we begin lap number 20. 3 wide with Rada, Logston, and Klein there. But Logston holds second, then it's Klein, 3 wide nearly, is Rada, Mertz, and Spencer. Through 3 and 4, top 3, Rada sliding up, Stanton and Mertz contact, Spencer hit the wall all by himself, around nearly, around is Klein, around is Rada, into Klein goes Mertz, caution is out as we were just describing, Maikos nearly spinning. So not a good day here in Eldora for any of these drivers. As everyone's back going again, we will ride on board with Jesse Klein for this restart and see how frantic this action is. were only on board for half a lap, but you see how frantic it is on the restart. Michaels and Logston pulling away. Spencer Mertz battling. Contact between them, and Stanton's going to get by Mertz now. Klein battling with the 81 and 44. Nothing has changed for the top two. It's a gaggle behind them with Spencer, Stanton, Mertz, Klein, Rada, and Wingard. 3 wide. Transponder issue on Klein as contact between Logston, it looks like, and Stanton. Caution is out. And what happened here on lap 24? As that was a scary sight. Here's Logston in the 88. He hit the transition. He spun it. As we're going to pause it right there. Roll it back a few frames. Right about here, as a dirt late model driver, to keep it PG, you probably need new pants. According to our telemetry, Logston is doing 29 miles an hour at this very moment in time. Stanton doing 84. Klein isn't even there. Let's play it and see how it unfolded. Contact heavy between those two. Klein and Mertz didn't have any issues, surprisingly, and everything sorted out. That was an interesting accident. It looks like these guys are just having a lot of trouble here. Getting ready. Field bunching up. Beginning lap number 26. It's Michaels and Spencer, green flag. The driver from Illinois has dominated this race so far, as Klein and Mertz in third and fourth. Rounding turn 2 and down the backstretch. Mertz will look to the inside potentially on Corey Spencer if he can get there, but Klein currently there. Michaels still leading side by side for second. Mertz now side by side. Contact between them, and around the 81 goes, looping it and onto the asphalt. Looks like Klein's around as well, so that's 2 cars. Remember, the rule is 3 cars to spin. So that gives us 6. As there's Klein and there's Mertz. You might have been able to see him. Oh, around is Logston! Off the front bumper of Spencer, it looks like. And I believe that's a caution. Yeah, it is. As we would show you a replay, but they're already bunched up and ready to go. It looked like Spencer just might have hit him and turned him. Field is already bunched up. As we will get another pace lap, so let's actually take it back and show you what happened to Dustin Logston. As this is through 3 and 4, Spencer did the slide job, looked, and they both just came up and nearly went over. Did the 88 of Logston, but he looped it. Good on him to save it, but he almost went over, and I don't think these cars are too safe when it comes to flips. But the field, rounding the backstretch into turn 3. Now it's Michaels and Rada front row. Logston, Stanton, Wingard, green flag. Stanton looked to the inside. Side by side, Rada trying to take the fight to Michaels, but he doesn't have the performance. Michaels always runs that weird line through turn 2, and it works 3 wide. Rada into the wall. It was Stanton and Logston. Logston on a mission to try and get to the front. Cross flags now being shown, lap 31 beginning, and it's Chad Michaels. Contact between Stanton Mertz and Rada. 2 cars. That's another caution flag. As contact between them, no caution yet. No caution. As they were battling to the death as Logston tried to take it. He goes to the inside. And now the caution is out. As they were beating and banging like a rallycross battle there. Down the backstretch. Once again, they're all forming up here. As here's Stanton. We are at a crawl to avoid the issue at Fireman's Park. Michaels, Logston, Wingard, Spencer, Klein beginning lap 33. Green flag. Spencer jumps the restart. He can't get anything from it. Wingard all over the track. And around is the 81. Around nearly is Stanton. Mike goes into the wall, so it puts Logston to the lead. Spencer is in second as there's no yellow flag. And Michaels has immediately complained, saying there's supposed to be a yellow flag. Wingard around. That's 2 cars. Michaels on the back foot, trying to take the second spot from Corey Spencer. He dives it in, takes the spot, and now he's going to have to battle Logston again. Logston, one of the fastest cars here, fastest laps. There it is. Maiko's 16.74, a tenth of a second faster than the rest of the field. Here's the back of the field. Here it is. That's the group. It looks like Wengert way back in the pack in the 4. I think he did spin it again. As things are finally calming down potentially here in Eldora, hopefully, as caution flags aren't fun. As Logston, Maiko's inside, Klein goes, Spencer! Stanton, what a drive into the corner from the North Carolina driver. As around into the wall is Klein. I hope Jeffrey Stanton is from North Carolina. If I got that note incorrect, I apologize. Pass for the lead. Maiko's and Logston. Maiko's running that unusual line through turn 2. Mertz battling with Klein. Stanton and Spencer having a hell of a battle, and this is the battle for the lead. Lap number 39 commencing. Roaring into the last 20 laps, and Chad Maikos has pulled away. Constantly running 16.7 lap times. That was 200ths faster than his fastest lap. Logston trying to take the fight to Maikos. It's Spencer and Mertz. Klein battling for fourth, excuse me, there. There's Rada and Wengert having issues. This is heating up. Top 3 are settled. Mertz and Spencer still have some issues to be sorted. These two have battled to the death. Side by side through 1 and 2, the German versus the American. As nothing has changed up front. Maiko's, Logston, Stanton, Klein, Mertz got by, but contact! And into the wall goes the 81, so he can't make it happen this time. Still side by side. This battle is not ending yet. As lap traffic now. Wengert in the way of Maiko's. Logston battling with Stanton, around is the 88! Looping it off of turn 2. Looks like Spencer and Mertz's battle has ended, so now it's Mertz and Logston. Caution is out. As we will figure out what happened here for you guys. Caution is out, and we'll figure out what happened to Spencer's. That was a really strange incident here in Eldora, as this race, boiling down, lap 45 now beginning. And this is getting really good here in Eldora. Next week, we go to Fulton, then Milwaukee, then Knoxville, Springfield, DuQuoin, and the Chili Bowl. So this should be a fun race. As field bunching up, Maiko, Stanton, Klein, Mertz, Spencer, top 5. Will they pit? Pitting. As I'm hearing over the radio, there might not be enough fuel. So this will be interesting. Mertz pits. Overshoots his box. There's no grip on these dirt tires. Rada and Wengert pitting in the 381 and 4. As it looks like Wengert just drove into the back of Mertz's car. As I don't think he knew where his pit stall was. No damage to the 81, as look at this crawl, because they don't want to run another lap if they don't have to, as we're 15 to go when they get to the line. And it's going to be Maiko's, Stanton, Klein, Spencer, Logston. The top 5 stayed out. Potentially, fuel might be an issue. Green flag. Who's going to get a good jump? Mertz to the inside of Logston. Klein and Stanton into the wall goes Logston! And over in the 88! Caution is out. And I can tell you that was Mertz trying to capitalize on newer tires, because he put them into the fence. I don't think there'll be a penalty for that. Race control will warn him. But that You can tell that's where that comes from Rallycross. Is you gotta be on the wheel. You gotta be paying attention. You gotta take what you can get. And it puts Mertz through to 5th, and Logston is not happy in the 88. This is getting good. Next week is Fulton, remember. But this will get good. Michaels, Klein, Stanton, Spencer, Mertz, green flag. Lap 48 beginning, 13 to go. Stanton wants to take the lead, 3 wide with Spencer, Mertz, and Klein for a moment. Stanton battling with Klein. Klein on the way outside near the cushion, and it's going to allow Corey Spencer to take the spot potentially. Mertz wants in on this battle as well. So Logston way in the back now, and it's Spencer and Mertz battling for the 3rd spot. Contact again, and Mertz is around in the 81. He saves it this time, but way back is car number 81. Michaels trying to pull away from Stanton. Contact between Klein and Spencer nearly. 3 wide with Logston, Spencer, and Klein. And this, 10 laps to go. Logston's on a mission. He wants to take this victory. He slides between Klein and Spencer. Barely had enough room there. Spencer immediately tries the inside. Contact nearly between them. Around is Stanton in the 44. That should not be a caution yet. There was only 2 cars that spun during this green flag run. Now Logston is in the 3rd spot, but look at the gap between Michaels and Klein. If they do not wreck, this is Michaels' race, but we should expect one. Klein 2nd around, I just said it, he nearly spun, but he's okay. And, wow, what a wreck. Caution is out. Let's take a look at whatever just happened. We caught the tail end of that. It was Brandon Wengard and Rada. And it looks like Rada was battling Mertz. He must have ran wide, hit the wall. Sliding along the front straightaway. Wengard in the 4s, pummels the wall. And he tried. And he couldn't avoid him. As, like I had mentioned, this race goes so quickly. I mentioned something literally 5 seconds before it happens. The field's bunching up here. As I had to do count on my fingers, we were going to have 7 laps to go. And Michaels has been the car of the night. It's Michaels, Logston, Klein, Spencer, Mertz. 7 to go. Green flag. Klein gets a run. 3 wide, nearly. As now Mertz battling with Klein. He shoves him into the corner. And again, caution is out. Spencer, Stanton, Rada, Logston, Klein. Everybody except for Michaels and Mertz are wrecked in turn 1. That resets the front row. Half of it at least. And it resets the entire field behind them. As now front row is set. It's Michaels, Mertz, Logston, Rada, Klein, Wengard, Stanton, and Spencer, coming to 6 to go. 5 to go, excuse me. 5 to go. The only laps left here in Eldora, and it's getting good. Michaels, Mertz, Logston, Rada, Klein, green flag. Logston knows he wants to get some payback on the 81. He is mad at the 81's driving, so Michaels trying to pull away. Mertz wants the win. He has finished 2nd the last 2 weeks, his first 2 weeks in the dirt late models. He wants to get to the top step of the non-existent podium, but Michaels wants to win. 4 laps to go for the driver from Illinois. He's got Mertz behind him. Logston is 3rd. Klein is 4th. Rada, Spencer, Stanton, Wengard, your running order. 3 wide. Logston to the inside of Mertz. Will he take the fight to him? He looks, and he turns the 81, and around is Mertz nearly sideways. Back to 4th. He's not happy with that. Look at the driving from the 81. You never want to turn the 81. He gets really mad. Rada, sideways, turned by Spencer, but it's 3 to go, excuse me, so there will be no caution. This is the battle. Michaels is out and away from the rest of the field. 2 laps to go in the prelude to the dream for Chad Michaels. He's led most of the race. Klein trying to push hard for the 2nd spot. Mertz wants to get to Logston and put him in the fence. We should already know this. Michaels, Logston, Klein, Mertz, Stanton, Wengard, Spencer, Rada running order. White flag for Chad Michaels, the driver from Illinois. He's got 1 lap, rounding 1 and 2. He's got a decent-sized margin. 7/10 of a second is a mile on a dirt track. Rounding 3 and 4. Klein goes to the inside of Logston. It's not going to happen. Maikos wins the Prelude to the Dream. Logston second. Klein third. Mertz in fourth. Fifth, Stanton. Sixth will be Wengard. And look at that. Yeah, he's mad. Spencer seventh. And eighth is Steve Rada. As Maikos starts to celebrate here in Eldora, we will pull up the standings. Due to Alex Gordon missing today's race, this is going to make the points interesting because Gordon leads the points by 2 over Jesse Klein. Maikos in third, 13 back. Then it's Rada, 16 back. Mertz has jumped to 5th, 34 points back, and points-wise, those are the only drivers that got 6 races worth of points. As remember, Mertz got provisionals here. Gordon, Klein, Maikos, Rada, Mertz are the top 5 with 6 starts. Then it's Sherman, Stanton, Spencer, Stancliffe, and Erdman, the top 10. As next week should be fun, as we go to Fulton, as the Prelude to the Dream is Chad Maikos wins today's race. This Saturday, ISCA Formula E will be in Olton Park, so expect that race soon on ASN On Demand. Hopefully we see you in Fulton, but until then, so long everyone.